Hello, and welcome to the webinar covering the Agile Ticketing Update for version 6.22. We are very excited to introduce you to the significant benefits to the Agile Ticketing System. The first enhancement we are going to cover today is emails and letters support in Web Portal. With this feature now available on the web, your organization can easily communicate with your patrons from any device. Let's take a look. Once logged in, I can now see the Customer Relations menu, where I have the option to add or edit customer info, or I can communicate with a collection of customers via the emails and letters option. I will click on emails and letters, and I now see a list of our previous communications with customers. This list is sorted by the last time an email was sent or is modified, so the most relevant items are at the top. Also, I can see the most recent information about how many emails were sent. I want to go ahead and use the search feature and search for an item by keyword, such as world changing, to find an email I created a little while ago. From here, I have several options. I can use this email as a starting point and copy it to create a similar communication. I can see the details about every time this email was sent out. Or I can edit this email and update it to send it again. For now, I'm going to go back and start a brand new email or letter by clicking the New Email or Letter button. This will start walking us through the process of picking which set of patrons need to receive this email. I'll pick the event email data set to communicate with people who purchased an event and click the Continue button to proceed. Next, I will pick the ABC Soup event where I need to communicate with the patrons, and I will click Accept in order to proceed. I can preview the patrons that will receive the email by clicking the Preview Audience button. This will show me a preview of the underlying data. And with this, I can view the entire list, I can export it to Excel, or I can go ahead and close out the data preview. Now I will go ahead and put together my email with my subject. I can add an attachment, and I can type out my email body or copy it from some prepared text. From here, I can insert replaceable fields to customize the email to the patron. It's very easy. We've got two options of how we can do that. We can go to the Insert Field option in the HTML design toolbar, or we can click on one of the buttons with the replaceable fields below in order to customize it to this patron. If I scroll further down, I can edit some optional fields, like the email address that this is going to be coming from. I can add a list of email addresses to get a completion notice once this email has been sent. I can also add a description of this email to make it easier to search for later. Next, I can preview the email to make sure it looks right and send some email tests by clicking the Preview button below. I can view the email content as the customer will see it, and I can step through the list of recipients by clicking Next in Previous. I can scroll down to see that I have some printing options for printing just the selected letter, or I can print all the letters to send out printed correspondence. When printing or sending out the email, it'll ask if I want to add an activity log to the customer's account to keep up with this communication. I'll check no since we're just testing the printing option. Once it loads up, we can print to our selected printer or save to a PDF. I'll go ahead and close out of this print window and send a test email to myself to make sure the email looks good. Now that I have tested the email and everything looks good, I'll go ahead and click the Send button. I can change the description for what will be stored in the customer's email activity log and click Send to trigger the emails. The next enhancement on the list is some changes around streaming events. We are continuing to enhance the streaming capabilities of the Agile Ticketing System to make different types of streaming events easier to manage. We have clarified duration and end date for events to better define the length of the streaming event or film and when the streaming event is no longer accessible. I will go to our list of showtimes and edit a streaming movie that I set up earlier. I can now set the duration of the streaming film, and I can override the end date to be the beginning of December. This allows the system to know that the film is 210 minutes long, and streaming of the event will end on December 2nd. Next, I will look at the details of the streaming show. Here, I can see two new options in the streaming properties. I can reset a video asset with the Agile link powered by Cinesend. This will allow the distributor or filmmaker to re-upload the video file again with the link provided in an email. I can also delete the asset from Cinesend if it is no longer needed. While I am here, we also made a small change to the preview, so it will autoplay just like it will for patrons regularly viewing the title. I'll go ahead and close out of the preview now that I see it working as expected. The next enhancements on the list is some web customizations to allow greater flexibility in how events are presented to customers. If I scroll down on the showtime, I'll see three new options in the additional information area for a view more prompt, purchase prompt, and an add to cart prompt. These options will change the call to action buttons customers see online to get more info about a title, purchase the title, and add the title to their cart. Let's take a look at this in action. When looking at the list of titles, I can see this event has my customized view more prompt. I can click on it to see the customized purchase prompt. I can click on that and I can see our customized add to cart prompt. The other web customization is being able to define the continue shopping button text and the URL it'll redirect customers to. I'll go to an entry point group, properties, where I can set the continue shopping button text, and I can say that I want to specify the URL and provide the exact URL that the customer needs to be redirected to. The next enhancement on the list is around new methods and properties in our API. We have added new API functions to support streaming events being listed and redeemed for customers. New properties like the more info prompt and purchase prompt have also been added to pertinent event list methods. You can find out more details about our API at agiletix.com/API. The next enhancement on the list is our updated executive summary report. This report provides high-level sales and redemption information with several optional grouped sections. Let's take a look at an example. I'll choose the date range that I want to view. Here I could use something like last week or last month in order to subscribe to a monthly or weekly version of this report. For this example, I'm going to choose November 1st, 2020 to see a summary of that day. I can choose which of the sections of the report I want to include and view it. It provides a good high-level overview of the time period, covering things like sales by sales line type, sales by folder, streaming and ticket scans, and membership counts during the time period. The last enhancement we're going to cover today is support for new Bluefin payment terminals. We have added support for the PAX A920 and A80 payment terminals. The A920 is a Wi-Fi based payment terminal with battery to allow mobility. The A80 is a cable connected terminal. Each allow advanced functions like Apple Pay, Google Wallet, contactless cards, chip and pin, and is integrated directly with the Agile Ticketing point of sale app.